see the tweet on the screen. The 2025 Thunder would get swept by last year's Celtics. Swept! No. That would, no. Well, what do you think? Give us a matchup. 2025 Thunder, 2024 Boston Celtics. Two teams much more similar in style, construction, all that. Pacers are full court, team ball, like a throwback style of basketball we grew up watching and playing. Thunder Celtics, more modern.
Yeah.
Ton of threes.
Yeah.
And hey, their best player initiates everything.
Yeah, I mean, if we're just
Sweeps?
Sweep is crazy. But I do think that the Boston Celtics deserve respect in this conversation. If it was, we're playing hypothetical. People are going to get mad about this, but whatever. Fantasyland. If we put that 2024 Celtics team healthy, even with KP only playing a game and a half, as you talked about.
And that's what I'm happy you brought up. You have to say
Yeah.
Porzingis at his health.
He's only playing a game and a half.
Okay,
that's all
cool.
I'm giving him.
Go
I'm
with
not
me.
giving him healthy because that's not what we had. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
A game and a half. The Thunder are going to say, we didn't have Nikola Topic. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever.
They better not.
They are. They're going to say that. You know, so if I'm going hypotheticals, I think I'm saying Celtics in 6. Honestly, it might have been 5. It might have been the same. Only because it's not because we're here in Boston and, that we're such big Boston Celtics fans. Dude, I watched the team with the Boston Celtics that was older. They were succinct. They were sharp.
Yeah.
They took it right to the Mavericks. You and I both thought that the Mavericks were going to win that series, honestly. We thought that they had a chance at least. You know what I mean?
I took them in 6.
To win that series.
I took the Mavericks in 6.
Yeah.
Can't believe I ever did that.
And the Celtics made them look like children.
Yeah.
So when you're playing against actual children, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, there was points of that game. I saw people on Twitter. I thought it myself that the Thunder didn't look like they wanted to win Game 7 at all, even though they won it.
They looked more
clearly
shocked about the Hallie injury than the Pacers did.
Right. They looked sloppy a lot.
Yeah.
Every game that they lost, they looked really, really bad.
Yeah.
They're talented, so they stayed in those games. But so are the Celtics, and the Celtics are also older, immature, and on a warpath in 2020.
That would have been the thing. The Celtics are older, more mature. They know what it takes to win in the finals and playing on that stage. Where that's a Thunder's first trip to the finals.
Yeah.
And of course, for the Celtics, that'd be their 3rd time with the Jays getting to the NBA Finals as well. Like, you have to mention that. So that's what adds to all of this. They both can defend all their guys on the floor 1 through 5. They both have really good rim protectors. It would have been, again, game and a half of Porzingis. We'd seen how healthy Chet would be, too, because he was not 100%. He showed up massive defensively in Game 7. The addition of an Alex Caruso for a Thunder team this season as a 3-and-D guy, as a guy getting more spacing that they didn't get with Giddey, that brings that experience.
Yeah.
But I got to stick with what it was. Celtics in 6 was my pick over the Thunder in the finals. I know it's the same as yours. We said that before the season.
Right.
This Thunder team against last year's Celtics team, at their health, at their ability, how they were playing, that Celtics team last year was still special.
They were. I want to ask you, because now we're saying Thunder are going to lose to the Celtics, but there's been a different champion every year since 2019.
Last 7 years.
The last 7 years, exactly. Where do the Thunder kind of stack up in that? Do you think they're closer to 1 or closer to 7? Where would they be against the last 7 champions in the NBA?
I would put them closer to 1 because I look at the Denver's Nuggets team is really good. That Warriors team was really good. But I would put them closer to 1 because I would put them, as I think of 22 and 23, the most recent memory, I'd put them above both of them.
Woo! So look, I love this. If
This Thunder's team is so deep.
People are gonna think this is generated, but I'm not. This is not like me joking at all or like a hot take. I'm not trying to be flashy or whatever.
You're gonna put them 7th.
They're 6.
6th. What? Just ahead of the Lakers in 2020?
No.
Yeah. Oh, so they're 5th now.
No. 6. They're just ahead of that Raptors team in 2019.
Really?
Yeah.
That Raptors team with the bounces, the breaks, the injuries, that all fell in their favor, but I don't want to get into that. This team, what I saw from the 82 games, and them going through the playoffs too, how challenging it was for them, but I just think of how they were built and how they're constructed, how SGA was, and I get the free throw merchant stuff and all of that. That went away, man. Like, when they were winning these games in the finals, it wasn't him relying on getting to the line and getting baited into calls.
Yeah.
I think this is a team. It's their depth. It's their shooting. It's their defense. That's why I put it over a Warriors or a Nuggets team recently. I can't put them over the Celtics team. So why do you put them 6th then?
Well, because I'm looking at it, and you're going to tell me that they could have. First of all, Shai's a great player. He's a great player. He won MVP this year on a great year from Jokic as well. Like, he went and did that, right? But Jokic had better years. That year when he won the championship, I mean, when we're talking about magical aura for the Pacers, the magical aura that Jokic had when he's hitting shots over his head like this and beating the Lakers and sweeping them and doing all the things that he did against the Timberwolves and then against the Suns that year, and then go on a winning championship and make it look easy against the Miami Heat, who has their own magical voodoo, I'm taking that. When you're talking about Giannis and his warpath that he was on, and then a Drew
down 0-2 in the finals against the Suns and that resiliency to come back.
A Drew Holiday that was cooking, the second best player on that team at the time.
100%.
A Brook Lopez who was still at the tail end of his prime.
Chris Middleton who still had it.
Chris Middleton gave his last great year of NBA play during that run. That team was special as well. You know what I'm saying? So we're not throwing them over the Warriors. We're not. Don't do it.
You wouldn't put him over that 2022 Warriors team.
No.
That beat the Celtics in 6.
You remember what Andrew Wiggins
what he
doing?
did? Yes.
Dude,
I covered that finals.
Right.
I just think this Thunder team with their depth and how they can match up defensively.
Team.
Yeah. A Celtics team that was not ready.
Not ready.
And a Jason Tatum that was injured.
But I think that Celtics team was also super talented like this young Thunder team.
That Celtics team was good.
Right. And
they were talented.
And they went up 2-1.
Weren't ready yet. Yeah.
And they went up 2-1 and Steph
and they
said,
lost
hey.
in 6. I witnessed Steph in that third quarter in Game 6 as well, everything he was doing too.
Yeah.
In person. Wiggins was special. I just cannot look past the depth of this Thunder team, what Jalen Williams and SGA bring, what they could even go with the other Jalen Williams off the bench, who they didn't even have to use in this run. But it's the guys that they have coming off. It's Chet, what he does defensively, protecting the rim.
Yeah, but it's
they could match up with. It's the defense for the Thunder, it's not the offense. They could match up with anyone.
The defense
and keep up.
The defense is special, but you have to also remember they couldn't guard TJ McConnell. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and that was perplexing at times.
And then when Andrew Nembhard decided to finally show up, they couldn't guard him either. And Ben Mathurin, who's been kind of an inconsistent guard all season.
That's a team with mental lapses. Yeah, and that's a team with mental lapses against the Pacers. But again, that's a Pacers team. And but that's a Pacers team that you don't see in the NBA outside of Indiana, literally with their style of play. And that's like a reflection and damnation on the rest of the league too. Yeah. Where Pacers come up, they're playing a different style. And the specialty of Steph and what the Warriors do, and they go off the pick and roll. But everyone plays something similar. The Pacers are something different. When the Thunder have the familiarity of what they match up with, that's when their defense shines through.
Yeah, but you have to understand, I think that experience is everything, right?
100%.
You're talking about a Steph that's
Celtics win because they lose to the Warriors in 22, right?
Exactly. So you're talking about a team that's coming in for their first NBA Finals run, right? Versus a Steph Curry who's already won 3 going into that, you know what I mean? Or a freaking Jokic who's been battered and beat up, or a Giannis who's been battered and beat up in the East. Those teams are better. I don't even want to talk about LeBron. It's LeBron. It's LeBron and AD. You think LeBron we saw what he did to a young Thunder team before in 2012. You know what I'm saying? It's Bron. He's winning that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, okay, I think, yes, Kawhi was Kawhi and Fred VanVleet was Fred VanVleet. Some people would argue that they're the worst, but I'm saying they're
the breaks that the Raptors got on that run, but they still won it. And whatever, it's the same thing with the Thunder. I mean, Halliburton ruptures his Achilles in Game 7. Yeah. It's the same thing with the Celtics on the easy path that they did have. Yeah. And then also getting matched up with Luka, who was way banged up, and a team in the Mavericks that has shrunk in the moment. I just keep looking at what this Thunder team brings. And you're right, though, the experience matters. Because even matching up with the Celtics, I look at the Thunder team, I go, that's good. That would be the Celtics in their 3rd NBA Finals. Yeah. That experience shines through. What do the Thunder have? They have Caruso, and that's it, right? Yeah. And that'd be funny to see, too, of course, a Lakers team with Alex Caruso against a Thunder team with Alex Caruso in this. Right. But the way they match up, that's where it goes. Yeah. This is a fun conversation to have, though, and I like that.
Yeah. That's all it is. Fantasy land, all right? It doesn't matter.
And we'll keep yelling about it in the newsroom at our desks, too.